What is up, guys? Welcome back to my channel. On today's video we are back with another Hot Toys figure preview video. Today we're gonna go ahead and do Wolverine by Hot Toys Studio or Hano Studio. So Hano Studio, guys, I went ahead and did my research. It seems that they are a partnering company that's working with Hot Toys. I believe they have different artists who are working with them. So I'm still going to go ahead and say it's from Hot Toys because obviously they're the ones that made the announcement. So this is a figure by Hot Toys. It is Wolverine from the Marvel Comic Classics X-Men. This one, guys, was a surprising announcement, but a very, very welcoming and exciting one. Wolverine, also one of my favorite characters of all time with when it comes to Marvel. And I'm very excited to finally get my hands on a comics version of him. First and foremost, the one thing that I'm already excited about is the pricing. So as you guys can see, the pricing, this thing is pretty much half of what usual Hot Toys figures are, and that's honestly something that makes me for sure want to purchase it, even if I wasn't a Wolverine fan. I think that the pricing is so good on this figure that I think it is a must buy, and it is something that we should definitely take advantage of. Now, since it's made by Hano Studio, I'm not sure if the figure's gonna have like a different feel. I believe it will be, just because it is from a comic classics series and not a regular movie. So I believe that the feel of the figure will probably be a little bit different, but I guess we would have to take a look once we actually get it. But either way, very excited that they announced Wolverine. So first and foremost, the height, he is 28.5 centimeters tall. That's actually good. Again, when I saw the price, I thought that he was going to be a little bit shorter or something. No, he's actually the same size as other Marvel figures, or I guess Hot Toys figures. Again, it is a 1/6 scale, so nope, it's not smaller, nothing. It is the same size as any other Hot Toys figure. Obviously, we have the original yellow and metallic blue Wolverine costume, which looks so good. Honestly, I cannot tell you guys how great this figure looks. He looks completely amazing, and I would definitely say that he looks almost exactly as it is on the comic series. Now, this is the part where I think this is why the pricing is lower. So we have 3 swappable lower faces, which I think it's good. Now, we only have 2 hands. So we have a closed fist hand pieces which are attached to the figure already, and then we have these 2 right here which are pretty much going to be kind of like semi-open, just to kind of have them show in a fighting position. We do have a metallic white bone claws effect accessories that you guys can see right here, and then we have a comic cover fitting figure stand. This would be the stand, and honestly, it's really good. It is really, really good, honestly. The figure stand is a little bit different compared to bases that we usually get from Hot Toys, but you guys won't see me complain about this. This looks really, really good. If you guys want to, we can go ahead and take a look at the images. So let me just say this about the figure. The presence on Wolverine, his face, sculpt, it's perfect, honestly. He looks mad, he looks mean, he looks angry. That's what I think of when I think of Wolverine, and this figure shows that, and that is something that I am very, very excited about. Again, he looks amazing. Honestly, I cannot tell you guys how great he looks. So again, the presence looks very, very mean and angry, and that's something that I've always known from Wolverine, especially, me personally being a Marvel vs. Capcom fan with the video games. I've always known Wolverine to be this way, so this makes sense to have him this way. We take a look here once again at its height, which is a little bit, possibly a little bit shorter than other figures, but it's still 1/6 scale, so the sizes are very, very similar. Again, he looks great. As you guys can see, the way that the costume is made, the gloves and things like that, the coloring looks awesome. Honestly, I really have no complaints about this figure. He looks great, and as I always mentioned, right, with these figure preview videos, these are figures that are prototypes. This is not the final product. Things might change. I really can't see what they could change. Honestly, I think everything looks perfect. Maybe the blue metallic pieces could be better attached to him, but that's probably me just being picky as always, right? So apologies about that, but again, just want to go ahead and make sure that I give my actual honest opinions, right? But other than that, everything looks great. Here he has a different head sculpt. This, I'm sorry, not a head sculpt, but I guess like a bottom face piece that goes attached. I would assume with a magnetic way that it's gonna go ahead and get attached to him. It looks good, honestly. Again, right here, he looks mean. He looks, I don't want to say the word wild, but again, he just looks mean. He looks angry. He looks very powerful. As you guys can see, the claws, I would assume that they go attached to him. As you guys can see right here, he has the glove without them. So I'm assuming they are attachable and unattachable. And that's something that I am very excited about. Although, I mean, yeah, honestly, I am very excited because I do feel like we can have this figure pose even without the claws. I guess we can kind of figure it out, right, in some ways once we do get it. We take a look at the next image. We pretty much have him here, again, with that mean look. Again, I've always had this complaint with Hot Toys when it comes to their face sculpts. I always think that fighting kind of mean expression, they've never been good at it. This is the second figure in a row where they've been spot on. The first one was Ahsoka. Whenever I did Ahsoka and she had that fighting face sculpt, I thought it looked phenomenal. They did the same thing here with this Wolverine figure. The fighting expression face looks amazing. His teeth are grinding very, very well, and the texture on the skin looks absolutely amazing. Once again, this figure, look at I mean, just look at his muscles and the veins and the skin. Everything is perfect. I cannot wait to get this figure. This is one of the most exciting figures I think I've ever purchased from Hot Toys, and honestly, I am shocked that I'm saying that because I never thought it would have been a Wolverine from the comics, right? But just looking at this figure, he looks absolutely amazing. And again, this is not even the final product. Some things could be better, but I really don't know how they could get better. This is great. When you guys look at the coloring of the claws, they look very, very well detailed and nicely done. They look shiny, and I would say that the silver color looks as it is on the comics or movies. We take a look here at the base stand, whatever you guys want to call it. This is obviously different compared to what we usually get from Hot Toys, but I think this is a great stand. I like the fact that the stick, the crotch stick, is a silver kind of metallic see-through. It really makes the figure stand without seeing anything beside it or at the bottom, so that makes sense. Behind him we have pretty much the comic of the X-Men with Wolverine himself there. Probably the only thing that they could have added to his arms and face would have been a little bit of hair. As you guys can see, Wolverine right here has hair. Maybe a little bit more metallic blue would have been nice as well. But again, those are just small details that I can possibly think of. Maybe the blue could have been a little bit darker blue. Again, those are just small details that I can think of, but they don't ruin the figure for me in any way whatsoever. Everything looks great, honestly, guys, and it's a figure that I highly recommend for sure. So obviously, as I mentioned before, so it is a 1/6 scale. They do mention it is a high quality and highly articulated, and of course we do expect one in Q3 of 2024. Just taking a look more at the images. See, as you guys can see here, we do see a little bit of hair, but I wish it was a little bit darker and more noticeable than what it already is. Now the muscles are amazing, and as you guys can see, it is silicone arms. I think that's a phenomenal idea by Hot Toys because, as you guys can see, the way the arms look are very legit. Honestly, this thing looks like a regular human being when we're just talking about the arms itself. And just looking at the facial expression, this is the other facial expression. We have three right here with the grinding teeth, here with kind of like a smile, but it seems like an evil smile, and then we have the serious look. All three interchangeable lower faces are perfect to me. Maybe you guys can find something. If you do, feel free to leave a comment. Let me know. I will completely respect everybody's opinions, but I'm just gonna go ahead and disagree if you guys think these are not interchangeable lower faces. Honestly, all three of them for me are great, and it gives us a lot of options when it comes to posing him, because I don't think you can go wrong with any of them. So very, very excited with these face sculpts and just everything as far as the figure on its own. Now, I want to think of things that maybe they could have included on this, but I really cannot. I mean, Wolverine, pretty much his only weapons are his claws and himself, of course, and that's pretty much it. So I really cannot complain. And in the arms as well, I mean, what do we really want? I mean, we will only want hands with closed fists and pretty much him with semi-open hands to have him display him fighting. So I mean, I really can't think of anything else that Hot Toys could have done with this figure. Here we have the kind of like the claw effect pieces that they've added on the figure. If I can be honest, they do look a little weird, but maybe it's the posing and the way that we have him here. I really don't think, you know, that the claw effect pieces are a bad thing, but they do look a little weird. So again, not the final product. Maybe some things could change to make those claw pieces a little bit more natural. I am excited that they included them. I can just a little bit more details that they can include on the figure. But those would be the claw pieces that we have mentioned at the beginning of the video. Now here, right there, this looks a little better. Now this looks a little bit more natural. Maybe it is the posing, right? But it looks a little bit more natural. With that pose. Here we have him again. Just pretty much we can take a look more at the images. I think we pretty much addressed the big elephant in the room, and that is that the figure itself is really good. The black piece, of course, that covers his eyes is great. Now obviously the eyes are white, and that's also very exciting. That makes the figure look much more mean and angry. And again, as I mentioned before, the skin is awesome. I cannot explain how great the skin is. The texture on the silicone is absolutely awesome. I can't tell you guys how happy and excited I am with this Wolverine. Everything looks great on it. Again, as I mentioned before, maybe you guys can find things that are wrong with it. For me, it was probably that the color was not metallic blue enough, that we needed to see a little bit more blue here on the suit and maybe a little bit more hair on the arms and face. But again, those are just small details that I can think of. I mean, it's not something that's going to ruin the figure for me. I think this is definitely a must buy, and especially with the pricing, which is very low compared to other Hot Toys pieces. I really don't see how you can go wrong with him. This figure has presence to him. He's got everything that we really would want from a Wolverine from the Marvel comic classics. So it is definitely a must grab for me. So pretty much we're nearing the last images of him. I think we pretty much covered what we needed to cover. The figure in it on its own is absolutely amazing, and one that I highly recommend if you guys are honestly, if you guys are just, you know, Hot Toys fans, doesn't matter if it's Marvel, DC, Star Wars, this guy, I highly recommend it. An amazing figure for a very low price. So definitely recommend it. I did go ahead and already pre-order mine, which is going to be available in between April 2024 to September 2024. I would honestly lean, guys, towards that September 2024 date, but we'll see what happens. So I did once again go ahead and pre-order mine from Sideshow. I'll go ahead and leave the link in the description of the video in case you want to go ahead and grab yourselves one. As usual, want to confirm that I do not claim any ownership of these images. These are all images from the Sideshow collectibles website. So again, today we just wanted to go ahead and get a quick preview to Mr. Wolverine himself. Again, amazing figure. Have no complaints as of now. If you guys can't think of something, feel free to leave a comment, and I will highly respond to you guys' opinions. But for now, guys, this is going to be it for the video. Before I do end it, as usual, guys, want to thank you for the continued support. Thank you so much for subscribing to my channel, for liking my videos, and for pretty much just watching. It truly means a lot. If it is the first time once again that you are watching me, feel free to subscribe, like this video, and hit the notifications bell to stay updated with my upcoming videos. As I mentioned on my previous videos, my repairs with my room and my remodeling is going better and faster than expected. I would hope that next weekend, this upcoming weekend, we go back to the unboxings. I do have about 5 to 6 figures that are ready to be unboxed, and I cannot wait for me to go ahead and review those with you guys. So again, stay tuned, hit the notifications bell so that way you guys can stay tuned when that happens. But for now, guys, this is going to be the end of this video. Again, the links to my Instagram and TikTok are also on the description of the video. Want to thank you so much, guys, for tuning in today and for being a part of this amazing community of my channel, and I will see you next time.